What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the PS5 Career Mode. This is episode number 30. And we start today's episode off with a draw for the third round of the FA Cup. As you can see, we've got League One at Peterborough United away at London Road. Halfway through the season for them, and they are sitting in 15th place in the third tier of English football. So certainly fancying our chance of getting through to the fourth round. And whilst I'd love to go all the way to the final once again, I'm realistic. Of course I'd like a nice cup run for the second straight season, and reaching the final again would be an incredible achievement, but yeah, I'm realistic. Last 16, and I'll call it a successful campaign in the cup. Still for the first game of today's episode on the back of the 3-0 win away at Bramall Lane against Sheffield United, welcoming Liverpool right now top of the table to the Kiyan Prince Foundation Stadium, knowing this would be an incredibly difficult game indeed. And after a good start, a good save by Freddie Woodman early, unfortunately Liverpool kept the pressure on, and Bobby Firmino soon after gave them the lead as they went a goal up. We had a chance to respond 33 minutes in, Jack Harrison going for goal but denied by Alisson as Willock slide tackles this ball out of play. And unfortunately, despite some good defending in the second half, we really shut the door on the Reds. We just couldn't create a clear-cut chance in this game. Story of the save so far, and the game did finish as a 1-0 loss. So final score, QPR 0, Liverpool 1 again. You look at the stats here, it was really well balanced for the most part again, but the problem was the chance we got just weren't exactly what you'd call clear-cut opportunities. And yeah, when we did get them, we simply didn't take them. And again, that is the story of this save so far. We have been slightly better in front of goal this season compared to last season. We're not the league's lowest scorers right now, but it's still not the major improvement I was looking for. And as things stand, we are going to fall short of those 50 goals in the league the board wanted at the start of the campaign. And so for our second game of today's episode on the back of just 2 wins in our last 8 in all competitions, taking on Leeds away from home at Ellen Road. Well, starting the game, this guy got the start, and you know he'd score as well. Question is, would he celebrate? The answer was no. I thought about it, and then I thought no. L1 and double tack, circle that, and make sure he doesn't celebrate and shows respect instead. Jack Harrison, released by Leeds in the summer, comes to us, scores the second goal for the club, and makes it 1-0 away against his former club. The lead did not last long. Whenever you take on Leeds, you expect goals. The way that Bielsa sets his team up to play is nothing short of absolutely thrilling. So heading into the game, I knew, despite scoring early, that was not going to be the only goal of the game. No, straight after that, Rafinha makes it 1-1, and Leeds are back on level terms. But directly from kickoff, Lewis rolls through Charles Bull, and the ball squeezes it in from a tight angle and makes it 2-1 and gets his third goal of the campaign so far. Leeds 1, QPR 2. The ball restores our lead there. I don't know why he went with a weaker left foot and not the right foot, but either way he did. Caught the goalkeeper out and makes it 2-1. So QPR back in front, and again it's Lewis to Bull. 24 minutes in, as we look for another goal, we get one through Eddie Nketiah, coming alive in recent games, but unfortunately the goal disallowed for offside. So still 2-1, and real briefly, we have quite a few offside goals in these past couple of years, haven't we? Regardless, still 2-1 leading, and again, I knew for sure there'd be more goals than the 3 we'd seen already, because that's just how Leeds play, man. Seriously, they've won so many plaudits from pundits this year for their play style, but unfortunately when you do play this sort of way, you do leave yourselves exposed at the back, and we've got the pace to run in behind, as we did multiple times in this game. Once again, ball sent through down left hand side, this time does go with a right boot, but once again finds the back of the net. I love this camera angle as well, look how cool that is. Like I said last season, always take note pre-game of where the away fans are housed, so you can celebrate with them when you get a goal. It looks really, really cool. So final score, 3-1 in the end, all goals coming in the first 38 minutes. Could have been a few more really, but in the second half of the game did die down a little bit after the hour mark. But I'll take the 3-1 victory, no doubt about that, and a return to winning ways. Ball bag and a brace, 2 wins in 3, and now at the halfway point of the season, Liverpool leading the way by 5 points clear of Spurs and 6 clear of Arsenal in 3rd. Chelsea are in 4th, Man City in 5th, Manchester United in 6th, Wolves are in 7th, and whilst we are in 9th place right now, 1 behind Everton in 8th, we're only 2 points off Nuno's side, who right now do occupy that 7th and final European spot. There's a long way to go. We're well clear of Burnley, Fulham and Sheffield United still in the bottom 3. As you take a look at the race of the Golden Boot, Salah leading away with 13 right now, and Nketiah though is in double digits, so not too far behind, and Charles Bull, whilst he has only got 1 assist in his last 10 games, is still leading the way in the race of the assist title once more with 7 in 17. I'd love for him to win it back to back. He slowed down a little bit but still is leading the way, and also Also, Freddie Woodman is only 3 clean sheets behind Leno, who leads to over 11 this season. We've had some great individual performers for goal scorer, goals provider, and also goalkeeper outer as well. I could just say goalkeeper there, brilliant. But still, yeah, I've sort of downplayed this a little bit. But again, only 2 points behind Wolves right now in that 7th final Europa League spot. You know, there's a long way to go. There's a whole half to go. We're 19 games in, so I'm not taking anything for granted. But I'll tell you what, even if we do miss out on a European place, I'll be okay with 8th every day of the week, man. That would do me just fine. I said at the start of the season, breaking into the top 10, that is doable, but very difficult. But at the moment, as things stand, we are doing it. Still, for the Christmas Day fixture here, we will take on Liverpool away at Anfield, the league leaders, and answers on a postcard, please, ladies and gentlemen. How is this a penalty? 8 minutes in, I'm absolutely fuming, and I'm surprised I didn't get sent to the stands by the 4th official. I was absolutely raging. Honestly, I could not believe it. I was so frustrated, because I picked a weakened side for the game. I knew we'd lose anyway. But seriously, that penalty, never. Absolutely awful penalty. The referee gave it though for some strange reason, and Mo Salah converts it, and this is when you know it's ultimate difficulty. When you say inch perfect, I mean that is inch perfect. Look at that. Ben Foster goes the right way but can't get a single fingernail on it. Perfect penalty. In off the underside of the crossbar, Tony Yeboah style, and Liverpool have the early lead through the Egyptian, but in very controversial fashion to me. That was a shocking decision, and already we're up against it before the game even kicked off. Now, even more so. 25 minutes in, though, couldn't complain about this goal. It's a lovely little ball across by Bobby Firmino, played into Luka Modric, and the Croatia makes it 2-0. No complaints about that one. Just a lovely little move. Great awareness by the Brazilian, and the former Real Madrid and Spurs midfielder makes it 2-0 as the Reds double their lead. But 5 minutes to go before the break, still trailing by 2. I decided to be brave, thought don't just play damage limitation, look for a route back into the game, and 42 minutes in, oh my goodness gracious me. When I signed him to the club again, I said he still got it. He certainly does. Adel Taarabt, the Moroccan king, captaining the side on the night, on Christmas Day, has just given me a gift we'll remember for a long time. That is absolutely glorious, and you know, I've scored some really nice goals in this year's FIFA, some more luck than skill, but this one has got to be my favourite of the FIFA year so far. What a goal by Adel Taarabt. 25 yards from goals. He tells the fans to calm down there in the celebration. Couple of skill moves to send his man. See you later. And what a finish past Alisson into the top corner. The Moroccan king has still got it. This might well be his final season for the club, but he's leaving us with some great memories. A winner in a penalty shootout and an incredible goal on Christmas Day away at Anfield. 2-1 back in the game, but despite that being the case, don't be fooled. We weren't really in this game at all, and Bobby Firmino with 15 minutes to go restored the Reds' 2-goal cushion there, put his man on the floor and then drilled it in the near post, and with 5 minutes to go, still trailing by a goal, Adel Taarabt does it again. 5 minutes on the clock in front of the travelling fans. Extraordinary goal. Picks the ball up and says, come on boys, we're not done yet. Great show of resilience from our captain on the night and the team as a whole, but unfortunately we did come up short by a goal and lose by 3 goals too. But you know what, fair play, man. Seriously, Christmas Day, a white Christmas, snowing at Anfield, totally weakened side. We gave a really good account of ourselves there, man, and whilst there were no points to take home with us to West London, it was still a really good display, and that man in particular, Taarabt, he'll share the champagne with Bobby Firmino. He was a monster in that game, and his game time has been reduced this season. He's decreased down to 75 overall. Again, it might be his final season for the club, but I think next season probably will be, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, he'll announce his retirement for next season as well, so we can play him until he hangs up his boots. But that was just ridiculous, man. The first goal in particular, just glorious from Taarabt. And again, whilst we don't get a point, we certainly want some praise from the pundits, no doubt about that. 3-2 the final score. The Reds get the win as they continue their crusade to the Premier League title. Still for the following game of today's episode here, taking on Sheffield United, our final league game of the calendar year, as we'd welcome the Blades, who right now sit rock bottom at the Premier League table, and as things stand, unfortunately for them, it's looking very, very bleak in the game right now. Still currently only 1 win all season long, and taking them on here at West London, fancied our chance of returning to winning ways, and this is why I picked a weakened side away at Anfield. I knew we'd lose that game regardless. I wanted my first team fully fit, fresh and raring to go for this one, a much more winnable fixture, and just 8 minutes in, we had the opening goal. Jamal Lewis, first goal for the club, is coming in from Newcastle United in the summer, making it 1-0. Great assist by Bull as well, and he thought he had yet another one as well a few minutes later. Lovely free ball by him to Nketiah, but once once again, said it earlier, how many disallowed goals have we had this season, and also last season's were extraordinary. And to me, I gotta say, I thought this was onside. I think VAR got this one wrong here. It seemed like Mpadu actually played him just slightly onside. Maybe I was wrong. It seems as though the lines weren't in position, in my opinion. Perhaps I'm wrong. Perhaps I need to go spec saves regardless. The goal did not stand. I guess they've probably got it right. But still 1-0, and Bull denied his second assist of the game. But 30 minutes in, oh my god. I mean, seriously, 2 unbelievable goals today. But which was better? That's what I ask you to answer in the comment section down below. Which was the better goal today? Adel Taarabt or Charles Bull? And when we signed Adel Taarabt, I said he could be a mentor for Charles Bull. Don't tell me his presence has not rubbed off on the young Bull. Extraordinary goal. He saw it on Christmas Day and he thought, you know what? I'm going to try something like that. Absolutely glorious from Charles. Loops over Aaron Ramsdale. Did he mean it though? Did he mean it? Was it an overhit cross to the far post, or did he mean it? I'm going to be honest here. I definitely meant it. That was a circle shot. Bent in perfectly, in off the underside of the crossbar. Top bins from the Bull. Absolutely glorious from Charles. And 56 minutes in, he would get his second goal of the game to go along with the assist he got early for Jamal Lewis to make it 3-0. As he mocks the Matador with the, I guess it's not a trademark celebration, we don't do it too often with him, but I still like it a lot. Mocks the Matador as he makes it 3-0. What a glorious first goal for him, a nice little second goal too, a good little spin and finish as well. 3-0 QPR, points in the bag, and unfortunately whilst we would lose our clean sheet right towards the end of the game, Ryan Bruce, former Liverpool striker, making it 3-1, getting the blades of consolation right towards the end of the game. We do return to winning ways there with a really solid 3-1 victory. So that is now 3 wins in our last 5 games, I believe. And finally, we started to turn a corner right towards the end of the calendar year after a really horrendous run of just 2 wins in our last 8. So 3 in our last 5. The Bull was just a monster in that game. One of those games where he's just charging at full speed and you can't stop him. And again, my question to you guys today in the comments, which goal was better? Which one do you prefer, Taarabt or Bulls? I think, as much as I love the kid, I'm going to have to overlook him for the goal of the season so far and give it to Taarabt, because I think Taarabt's skill moves are the reason why I'm going to give it to him, because they were just so glorious the way he lost his defender, found a bit of space, and then angled into the top corner. But the way the Bull strike just looped up in the air and came down, it went up so high in the air, it should have came down with snow on it, and it was absolutely glorious technique, in off the underside of the bar. They were both fantastic goals, and again, don't tell me Taarabt's presence has not rubbed off on the young teenage wonder kid, man. Glorious, glorious goal. Great man, the match display. 3-1, the final score. And so for our final game of the calendar year, it would be the Posh away at London Road in the FA Cup third round here against the League One side. Again, I do want a nice cup run this year, and whilst the final is a long way away, it will be incredible if we get back there once again for the second straight year. But it all starts here, of course. I did decide to rotate a lot on my team, but I gave a couple of starts out there to some regular starters, including this man who really needed some goals. Eddie Nketiah. He's started to score a couple more in recent weeks, but after a red-hot start of 7 goals in 7 games, he's struggled since then, but a brace for Nketiah, and sometimes that's what a striker needs, you know, a game against a side where he's expected to score at least 1 or 2. He got 2 in this game in a 2-0 victory. Final score, Peterborough 0, QPR 2. We're into the 4th round of the FA Cup, and again, there's a long way to go in this competition. Last year got all the way to the FA Cup final. It will be incredible if we could do it again, but for the most part right now, I'm focusing on the Premier League. 17 games to go, we're up to 8th place in the table, and the gap on Wolves in 7th remains at 2 points. There's a long way to go, but we're knocking on the door of a Europa League place as things stand. But that was this episode of the PS5 Career Mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you have enjoyed today's episode, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon, where the January transfer window will open, and we will send our youth scouts out as well very soon. See you.